Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, 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 yo. Let's jump on the chart, guys. I know PPI was here at 8:30. Bitcoin's getting a little move to the upside. But always be careful the first move, my guys. What's going on, guys? We got more banks coming on to the scene. Credit Suisse getting absolutely plummeted. You guys can see the chart right now on Bitcoin, 25,100. We're getting a little move to the upside, guys. The key level we have to break today is 25,200. Let's freaking get busy. Let's get with it, and let's get busy. Come on, boy. What's going on? My Euro USD short is soul green. What's going on, Anderson? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We got some bad news for some European banks over there, man. European banks are now starting to feel some of the contagion. It's getting kind of crazy out here. Who else we got in here? We got Corey. Say, give me one of your green pickles. Let's go, man. Let's jump on in. Let's jump on in. 25,321 right now, guys. Bitcoin is getting a move to the upside. We had PPI this morning. I'm actually not even sure what the news was. What did PPI come in at, man? What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Get in here. Get everyone in here, man. Smack up that like button, guys. Good morning, man. Good morning. Who we got? Who we got? PPI came in at minus 0.01%. Woo! PPI came in at minus 10%. Damn. DXY was taking a major pump to the upside this morning. Absolutely crazy pump after hours this morning. It was absolutely crazy, man. It was absolutely crazy. The DXY was coming up because the market knew we had PPI coming in, right? So a little bit of fearful, right? We had Credit Suisse, you guys, we had a bank going down after hours, or it was always going down, but you got this one, you got Credit Suisse, shares crash, a Saudi investor rules out more funds. There was another bank, some European bank that also having a little bit of issues, so the banking crisis still remains. Absolutely craziness in the world right now, man. It's absolutely crazy, bro. It's crazy. And I say this, there's never a dull day in Bitcoin, guys. It's been an absolutely crazy last few weeks. We're pumping, dumping, we're going every single direction you could possibly think of, man. It's crazy. 25,134 right now for Bitcoin. We are getting a little move up. The key level we've been talking about, guys, is right here, 25,200. We can get a daily close. A daily close. All right, I say this again, a daily close above 25,200. I don't see why we can't come back up and test the 26K region again. I'm going to be honest, I don't understand why we can't do that. Now, the stock market's taking a plunge this morning, right? So stock market futures are taking a plunge. That is not a good sign, though. We got to see how the market reacts on the open, right? Because now we're getting PPI that has come out. And end up actually looking like it actually was negative, which is pretty insane actually. Ends up being yeah, dude, look at this, negative 0.01% as far as that comes in. The forecast was 0.03%, coming at negative 0.01%. That is absolutely nuts. Core PPI coming in at 0, right? Forecast 0.4%. Man. So let's see what we have. 25,081. Can we see Bitcoin get a little bit of move to the upside? No, they expect no rate hikes. Credit Suisse always in trouble. they always in trouble. I remember talking about them like in early 20, or I guess it was like mid 2022. They're always in trouble for something. That is true. CME gap, or the CME gap, the CME group, man, coming at 50% still with a 50% now with a no hike, guys. 50%. That's absolutely crazy. Can you believe that we went from everyone expecting 50 to 0 in a matter of like 3 days? It's absolutely crazy, guys. So let's watch the price action this morning, guys. 25 to 70 is the level that Bitcoin is going to need a daily close back above. And you know, we were talking about this last night, right? The hourly time frame was sort of looking like, you know, we kept back testing the 30 EMA last night. And I kept saying this. It's like, I don't know what happens from here, but, you know, the S&P might drag us down today, which is going to be so annoying. But, you know, we kept back testing this 30 EMA, right? So we had a back test. You know, we came back up last night. If you guys were watching, right when I ended the stream, that's when Bitcoin had to move back up to 25.2. We got rejected again. We came back down. Tested again, pretty close to the 50 EMA this next time. And now we're seeing that second move to the upside. So the question is, can we form off the 50 EMA that dreaded, or not dreaded, for the bears it's dreaded, that dreaded W formation, or are we just gonna keep getting rejected at 25,200, man? We're posting a green dot right now. You know, last time we did, we also were in the same situation where we came up and got rejected. So let's see what we got this morning, guys. Expect some volatility. Expect wicks to the upside, wicks to the downside, taking out both sides, going absolutely crazy. Corey said, I think Jay Powell is smoking a blunt and he's going to be like, hike it. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. You never know. But he's been pretty adamant on what he thinks. Let's see. Sergio need his morning cup of hopium. I got you, bro. Here you go. Here's your hopium. Here's your hopium. I can't hear any of my shit, man. It's annoying. 25,011. Man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I think we need to get a little hype this morning, guys. It's absolutely nuts. We know what we need to do at this point. We know what we need to do. Hold on. Let's get a little fast little drums here. We know what we need to do this morning, guys. Let me turn it down slightly. But, guys, man, we go over here to the 4 hour. We know we need to break 25,250. If we start coming back down, if we can't get back over this, guys, if we start rolling back over again, that's not the best sign, I would say. But if we start rolling back over like heavily, not on a little 4 hour wick, but on a couple closes, right? We start coming back down. We got to watch this 24K level. We're really stuck between a rock and a hard place between 24,000 and 25,200, right? And to me, whichever one of these breaks first, I do think it's going to be like the relative short-term trend here, where if you break 24K, you're probably coming back down to this 23,000 level, which is the 0.5 retracement. So it's going to get spicy, man. It's going to get interesting. It's going to get fun. It's never a dull day in crypto lately. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. 4-hour time frame. Come on, boy. What's going on? Phil who? What's going on? Morning, brother. Do you think we're still going to 12K? No, I don't think we're going to 12K. I never really thought we were going to 12K, to be honest. I don't think we're going to 12K, to be honest. To me, it's like, I look at the market, right? And I think about what could get Bitcoin at 12K. I do think that, to get Bitcoin at 12K, something crazy would have to happen, right? Crazier than what's already happened, right? And then the world's been crazy in the last 3 years, right? So for Bitcoin to go to 12K, you need something crazy to happen. And my take is if Bitcoin's going to go to 12K, that's probably mean the S&P is getting absolutely wrecked. That's probably mean you're going to see bank runs left to right. And I think the Fed steps in before then, right? I think the Fed starts printing money before all that happens. You know what I mean? That's my take. But people disagree. It is what it is. I just don't think that to get Bitcoin at 12K would mean that probably the S&P would be it's on the verge right now, right? The S&P is at this important level right now. We're coming down in this all-time high trend line. We keep literally, right? We keep literally back testing this, right? And if this breaks, you got to think the S&P is going to take a little bit of a tumble here. Right? It's going to be a little bit of a clown show in that point. And if the S&P does this, right, there's going to be a lot of fear. And the bank runs that we've seen so far probably aren't the first ones that we see. But here's the thing, guys. I can't predict what the Fed does. I'm not a macroeconomist, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you this, if the market starts doing this, people will be very afraid. That's what I can tell you. Because I know how the market works. If the market dumps, it's going to be very fearful. Right? And then the ones that we've seen the last, Silicon Valley will look like a joke at that point. But remember the bigger picture, guys. I always say this. Remember the bigger picture, right? But would you put the sock offer on the table again? No, Mike. I am not betting the sock. I would not say it's impossible, right? Bitcoin can go to 12K. I would say that's not impossible. Nothing's impossible, just like Bitcoin could go to 100K. Nothing's impossible, right? A pig could be flying in the sky for all I know, I have no idea. But I'll say this, guys. Remember the bigger picture. I found this funny meme, which is so true. This meme is so true, bro, right? So true. Banks failing, buy Bitcoin, right? It's so true. At the lows, right? It's like, guys, this is what Bitcoin was made for. This is what Bitcoin was made for. Bitcoin was made for banks failing. And then at the highs, right, when everyone's like all panicky because Bitcoin's coming down, it's bank failure will lead to contagion. Everything is effed. Get out. It's so true. And then Bitcoin gets back to the lows again, right? This is what Bitcoin was made for. Banks failing, buy Bitcoin. This sums up the market is so well, man. Because you guys remember at the lows, everyone's like, this is why Bitcoin was made. And now everyone's like, guys, get out. Banks. Yeah, I just love the market, man. It's funny. It's just funny how emotions basically change your narrative on what you want to think. You know what I mean? Let's see. The only time I can get to see price action during the day is shit. Oh, when you're taking a huge crap, Andrew. Shout out to Andrew, bro. Who we got in here? Let's see. Yeah, I'm not doing the sock offer, bro. You got a better chance of seeing probably a bunny flying with Dumbo ears than me doing the sock bet again. That ain't happening. All right, guys. So now we kind of wait. I mean, at this point, we know what we need to see, right? We need to see that break at 25.2. At this point, we're kind of just in the PPI. Little thing here. We got the DXY shooting up, right? DXY shooting up, Euro shooting down. We got the British pound shooting down, and the DXY was that major support, right? So now we look at it as okay. I don't want to overreact because sometimes when you overreact, you get a little crazy, right? You start to get a little emotional, right? But when I look at this, right? Let's look at both scenarios, right? We got the scenarios we need to see. Scenario number one yesterday was, okay, Bitcoin comes up. This golden pocket's going to be a big resistance. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a pullback at that golden pocket. It made so much sense, right? Get everyone bullish above 25.2, right? We get the party started, right? We take out all the shorts from 25.2, which I've been saying, man, I don't see them just allowing those shorts to get an easy ride to the downside. What does the market do? Market comes back up, takes out all those mother truckers, and then pulls it back. So now we look at, okay, bad scenario. Bitcoin can't close back above this level, which is key. And you can see on the futures, it's sitting right at those highs, right? Right at the February high, right at the August high, right? If we can't get back above there, you got to look at this as a swing failure pattern, right? Swing failure, and you got to look for downside. Now, I know everyone's going to be calling for that CME gap, right? You got that CME gap down here at 20,300 to 21,200, right? It's a CME gap. We took this CME gap almost to perfection right here before getting a bounce, right? And now we got another one slightly above, right? Slightly above. So if Bitcoin can't reclaim this level, which don't count it out too fast. I don't want to seem like I'm saying Bitcoin's going to get rejected here. We don't know. But if Bitcoin can't do it within the next couple of days and you start to see Bitcoin roll back over, that could be a level to look for right there, right? It is back down at 20,200 to 21,200, which was fine, man. At the end of the day, what we want to see, guys, is just continuous, right? Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And if this comes back down, we just want to see another higher low, right? So let's get it. I'm curious to see how this plays out, man. It's never a dull market over here in crypto. So do we see something like this? We come back down, fill this gap, right? Maybe that's where the S&P shits the bed. I don't know. And then this comes back up like this. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Bitcoin's getting a little rejection here, guys. Little rejection. Bitcoin came out and said, I don't know if you guys can hear that, man. Can you guys hear the red alert? Can you guys hear the red alert? Let me know. Let me know. Let's see. CME gap is at 20K. Hell yeah. That's like the perspective that you're going to get a bigger drop. The other perspective, right, is okay. Everyone can see the swing failure pattern, right? We can all see it. It's there, right? It's pretty clear, right? We came up, we swung fail this, we got rejected, right? And that looks like we're coming back down. The other perspective is that somehow, some way, right? We get back above 25.2. We get back above 25.2 on a daily close, I prefer. Then I think we come back up and test the high. So right now you are seeing a little bit of a tumble. So let's see what we got. We could not break back above that level, man. Shit. Damn it, man. You gotta be kidding me. It's ridiculous. Man. Let's see. Drew said, when quit job boss? Gotta be patient, bro. You gotta be patient. The patience is key. You know what I mean? The patience is key. Every time we drop, it's the end of the world. You know? It's the end of the world. I always like to say, guys, I mean, we really zoom out on Bitcoin, right? Really, I mean, if you think about it, every time we drop, it's the end of the world. But really, if you've been bearish since June, you've been wrong, technically, right? If you've been bearish since June, right? Since Bitcoin was at 17K, right? On this drop at 18K, 15K. If you've been bearish for the last, 9 months, you have been wrong. It's okay. You can accept it and move on. It is what it is. But, the patience is key. How long have we been in here? We've been here for freaking, we're almost 10 months into this consolidation, man. It's absolutely insane. But
compare BTC
now,
chart and cheat sheet market, please.
Compare BTC chart and cheat sheet market, please. Oh, the Wall Street cheat sheet. Oh, man. The problem with the Wall Street cheat sheet is you can look at it in so many different ways. You can look at that. So the Wall Street cheat sheet, the problem with the Wall Street cheat sheet is it basically takes into account 3 lows, right? It has 1 low, 2 low, 3 lows. The problem with the Wall Street cheat sheet is you can look at this is the first low, right? And this is the second low. right? And where you're expecting this to come all the way back down, make a third low to come back up. You can also look at it the perspective as this is the first low, this is the second low, this is the third low, right? And then this is the disbelief rally, which I'm in the camp that, okay, this might take a little while to play out. I'm in the camp that this is the disbelief rally, and it's shaking people out. You can see on the moves, man. Fast move up, right? Fast move down gets everyone out, gets bought right back up, right? You can look at it both ways. And that's why the Wall Street cheat sheet, and I'm not going to count anyone who thinks that we're going to come down here. If you think we're going to come back down here again, by all means, do you, right? I'm not telling you what to do. In my opinion, though, this is how I'm looking at it, right? The Wall Street cheat sheet's really just Wyckoff, right? It's really just Wyckoff. So I'm looking at it in this perspective. If you think this is going to come down here, right? And then this was the first low, this was the second low, right? And you think there's going to be a spring down here like this, where market just goes, right? And then comes back up here again like this. By all means, you can go for it, right? It is what it is. We can all think that way, and we can all ride it to the sunset if it comes back down here. But I like to look at it like this and not get too greedy to the downside, man. I don't want to be too greedy, right? In 2021, I was too greedy to the upside. I was way too greedy to the upside. I thought we were going higher. Remember up here, guys, right? During this Wyckoff distribution, I thought we were going higher, right? But really what was happening was Wyckoff. I was getting distributed on. It is what it is, right? We had the high. We came back up. Everyone thought we're going to the moon right here, right? China band, boop, right? And really what we were doing is, the market, despite all the good news, could not push up higher, right? I was getting distributed on the whole time. It is what it is, right? We live and we learn, right? So for me now, I could have played this better up here for sure. For me now, I look at this and I'm not going to get greedy, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not going to get accumulated on in the same sense. Back down here where we got a low. This is the greedy low, right? This is where everyone thinks it's going to hell. It's going to hell, guys. This is where everyone thinks it's going to hell. I'm looking at this as this way, right? Where you could come back down here again like this and come back up, but really just looking for higher lows at this point. If we make a lower low, hey, we readjust and we sort of change our narrative. But I'm not going to be the type of person who changed my narrative every damn day. Oh, we have a bake failure today. It's over. Oh, the bake's saved. Fed might start printing money the next day. It's back. Oh, look, we got Bitcoin's falling today. I think we're going back to 12K. Oh, look, Bitcoin's pumping today. It's going back to 30K, right? I'm not going to change my mind every damn day. I've been very consistent. Very consistent how I'm looking at the market, man, right? You got to be consistent. You can't change your mind every damn day. Right? It is what it is. It is what it is. China banned fun. You know what I'm saying? China banned fun. Bathwater said, I've got a long from 19.2. Savvy making some bear babies right now, probably. He is. He is, man. But listen, I am still bullish, guys. Not to say like, okay, we have to bounce from right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if we bounce from right here. My general thought process is, right, that we continue to see higher lows here, right? So if Bitcoin does come back down for whatever reason, S&P takes a massive tumble. Okay, Bitcoin probably gets a tumble too, right? We come back down here and we replay it, right? That's all we're doing, man. It is what it is, All right, let's see. S&P is still coming down, man. DXY. Still kind of just chilling out here. I think DXY comes up and tags this golden pocket again. But it's going to be interesting. Let's see. Wade said, I still think this move is due for a correction before continuing. Big or small, something. Hey, me too, man. You're going to see these big-ass freaking shakeouts, bro. Like this move right here was a shakeout of shakeouts that got everyone super bearish, pushed it right back up. I won't be surprised again if you see something like that, right? Where we pull back to even the CME gap, man, right? Even if we pull back to this $20,300 level, I wouldn't rule that out. You know what I mean? Just make sure you're watching this level here. Even if you are bullish, right? Just don't count out a pullback to this level here. You know what I mean? Let's see. What do we got? Bitcoin 24,877. Let's see what Bitcoin's got, guys. Kind of just chopping around this morning, man. It's interesting. I would have expected with the stock futures down. How much of the stock futures? Stock futures are down a crazy amount, man. How much are they down? 2% on the S&P. Nasdaq's down almost 2% as well. I would expect Bitcoin to take a tumble last night, you know. But hey, it's I guess it's still holding. That sometimes that's the famous last words, right? Where it's like Bitcoin's still holding. That's always the famous last words. Let me mark off some zones here that we can watch, guys. This morning's probably going to be a quicker stream just because it streamed like a freaking maniac yesterday. Let's mark this zone off. We're going to want to break back above there. And the bottom side, I think at this point, it's just holding these lows here that we've back tested a few times, right? So these lows, these lows, these lows. So if we look at this as a range, right? So this is one big range, right? We have the bottom of the range, top of the range. Anything in here is whatever, bro. You know, if we pump, we dump. Anything in here really doesn't matter. It's a matter of reclaiming this to the upside, right? Or dumping below this to the downside. Anything in here is just chop suey. Right? Phil said, do you ever trade with more than 10x leverage? I do sometimes. It's only if I'm very confident in my trade. I actually like to use 10x personally. Anything over that, you know, is only if I'm feeling very, very confident in something. You know what I mean? Lately, I've been sticking to the 10x, sometimes 5x. Right? It depends on the size. Like, it depends on how long you want to keep the trade open too, right? So if it's more of a swing trade, I like to do lower leverage. If it's more of a short-term trade where you're only trying to scoop out like a few percentage points, yeah, I'd usually do 10x. It depends on, like I said, how much confidence you have in that trade, right? And the time frame they're in the trade, right? Watching closely. Come on, Mr. Hot. What's going on, Mr. Hart? Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, bro. I love the morning stream with the homies. What's going on, Drew? Drew with the homies. Who we got in here today? We got Lupus in here. Good morning. Good morning. Shout out. I can't hear my button sounds this morning, guys. Something's going on here.
We're going to the moon.
Something's going on with the computer. Do you guys ever happen to you where you hop on the computer, right, in the morning, and you're like, yes, I got all my charts up. Everything's ready to go. You sign in. Whoops. You sign into your computer, right? And then the computer restarted, and you can't even fathom, right? You look at your computer, right? And you look at it, right? And you're looking at it like this. You want to punch the shit out of that computer. You have to open up all your tabs again, all your programs that you have open, and you look at it in disgust. That screen looks very crackable, right? And you just want to crack that shit. That was me this morning. You know, that was me.
Do you still have any open longs from 15K?
Oh, hell no. I've closed, especially because during the news events, I like to just start fresh, right? And I'm a big fan of compounding, right? So if I have a big trade, right, from a certain level, I like to close that and then compound it in another trade, right? Some people like to keep trades open for like forever, right? But if you see a big move, to me, it's better to close it out, right? Wait for a pullback, so then you can compound it with that capital that you gained, right? So then you can put more into that next trade, right? And sort of compound it that way. That's my thing. Everyone has a different thing. Let me set up this music, bro. Every time. Mr. Hart said Jordan had $5, 100x trade from 19627, but the dude never put in the trade. Shout out to Mr. Hart, bro. Mr. Hart, it's okay, man. It's okay. We did pretty well on this move up. Man. And I will say this, though I didn't do your 100x trade, I will say this, Mr. Hart. The fact that you were confident at the same level that I was, okay? The fact that you were confident at the same level I was tells me that gave me the confidence to do other trades. So yes, I might not have done your trade, but you gave me the confidence, slightly more confidence to have more confidence in that we were going to bounce, right? So shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Let's see. Oh, man. Let's see. Alan said, screw this weird guy. I'm going to watch Meet Kevin. Going to watch Meet Kevin, Alan. Why are you going to watch Meet Kevin? Meet Kevin the Doomer? Man. Meet Kevin the Doomer. All right, let's see what we got. 24,890 guys. So we're kind of just chilling on Bitcoin right now. We got, like I said, we got 30 minutes until the stock market opens. Stock futures are coming down, man. They are coming down. This is the one thing that kind of has me a little bit on edge. Like if the futures were coming up a little bit, I'd be like, okay, this is not too bad. But the S&P's coming down and flirting with this trend line again. And I will say, like the last few days that we flirted with this trend line, we have gotten bounces back above. So I don't want to sound like it's over, right? It's over for the S&P, but like we did come back below it here. We got a bounce, right? We came back below it 2 days ago. We got a bounce. Now we're back below it again. You know, the question is, we see a bounce today. We'll see, right? We'll see. I would have expected that the PPI would have gave you some type of bounce, but it doesn't seem like it has so far. And it could just be because the market is closed and it's creating a big gap on the CME futures. So let's see, man. Yeah, so that came in pretty good. Like I said, the chances of a zero rate hike, pretty 50-50 now, man. That's kind of crazy to me. It's crazy how fast that shit can switch, man. It's crazy how fast that shit can switch. Let's go check out ETH. So ETH, still kind of holding this level we had marked off yesterday. Actually, why did I have this level marked off? Oh, I think this was a daily level. Let's see. Yeah. That was the big level on the daily right here, right? So like this level right here is so key on ETH right here, right? We don't want to get a daily close back below this white line, right? And that comes in at 1677, right? Because you got these previous highs, you got all these highs, you got these highs. This was the deviation, right? So you know what happened last time we got that deviation, right? We broke back below the white line. We came all the way back down here. So I think it's imperative today. I don't care about no wicks, but I think it's imperative today that we close above 1677 today on Ethereum. We're sitting at 1684, so we're slightly above. But if this does deviate the high again, you got to think that you're coming back down to test some of these lower levels, or at least the 50 EMA in the daily, which comes in at 1570, right? So watch this very, very closely. Very, very closely today, guys. It is an imperative. It is an imperative that we hold 1677 here. If we do, I still like ETH here. If we do hold this, I still like ETH. Just a matter of what happens today. For little old Ethereum, the indicators still look good, but what do we always like to say, guys? Price action comes before indicators. And if you see a rejection like this at the highs, and then you break back into the range, you take price action over indicators. You know what I mean? Your indicators can look great. They can look sexy. They can look beautiful. But, you know, if you break back above a key resistance and break back below the key resistance, it's typically a sign of failure. You know what I mean? So we'll watch this very closely. If the VIX gets back above 50, 80, you buy no matter what. Close your eyes and press the button. In the grand scheme of things, gonna go up more than down. pretty much. It's the long game, guys. That's why I put in the title, remember the bigger picture, guys, because every day you're gonna have something bad happening, guys. And can I remind you this over and over and over again? I will keep reminding you this until it gets in people's heads, because people watch like these channels that just spread FUD every 2 seconds, guys. Think about all the FUD that's been spread for the past 10 months. Yet Bitcoin, from the lows, is still up 70%. You know what I mean? Think about everything that's happened in this zone, guys. Macro-wise and crypto-wise. It's been a shit show. But remember the bigger picture, right? We get super scared on any type of dump. But here's Bitcoin at 25K. You know? It's fascinating to me, you know? Like all this time that we're oh, it's bearish, it's bullish. But yet, here you are, sitting up here, right? Remember the bigger picture, man. You know? Remember the damn bigger picture. Mr. Hart said, check out the VIX. Check out the VIX. The 10-year yields are coming down again. That's, I mean, some would argue that's a good sign. Some would argue that's a bad sign. But I would argue it's a good sign to see you want to see these come down. And like I said, you have massive bearish divergence on all the yields, right? 2-year yields, 10-year yields, the most important ones people look at. You have massive bearish divergence. If these come down, that is typically good for assets, right? Stocks and crypto. And like I said, the 3-day has massive bearish div. Every time you've had massive bearish div on this, right, at the highs, that tends to be the top of the move. But we'll see what happens with that bad boy. And it's due, right? This thing has really, I mean, you could take it from this level, but this thing is, especially the 2-year, has been pretty crazy. Let's check out the VIX. I'm looking at the VIX in a hot minute. What's the VIX looking like? The VIX. Look at that deviation on the VIX, right? Deviated the lows, came back up. Yeah, man. I mean, if the VIX, this thing is spiking up pretty hard. I mean, really, if you look at the VIX, guys, since 2020, if the VIX gets back up to this trend line here, right, or even close to this trend line, you don't even have to get to the top of the trend line. If it gets anywhere to the top of this trend line since all the way at June of 2020, that's been the time to get into markets, right? Right, yeah, June of 2020, October 2020, right? Pretty much, I guess you have all this back in March, April, May, right? So that was when the market's coming down, right? And then since October, the market's been coming up. Now the market's starting to come back down again. So the question is, will this hold again on the VIX? Or will it spike all the way back up here? And everyone's been predicting this VIX spike for the last year, and it just hasn't happened yet. So we'll see. Maybe this is the time where the VIX starts to spike back up, right? It'll be quite interesting. Trying to predict when this happens is like trying to find a needle in a haystack, or using the pig to sniff it out. You know what I mean? It's kind of monotonous. Phil Who, appreciate the super chats this morning, man. You're absolutely crazy, bro. Check out Ren and YGG. Why can't I talk? Ren. But yeah, one more thing. Like Mr. Hart said, if the VIX spikes anywhere to this red box, historically that's been the time to really, like, not gonna say go all in, but I mean, typically, yes, it's been the time to go all in. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, or at least get close to going all in. If this goes like this, right? Anyways, what was it? Ren. Let's see. Ren token. Let's see what we got, man. So Ren came down and back tested this previous high. Okay, cool. But the issue, okay, this is on the 4 hour. Let me zoom out a little bit. That'd be nice. Let's go to the 4 hour. So 4 hour time frame, man. Let's see what we got cooking in here. This zone is it's kind of like Bitcoin's range, right? Where you got basically this is previous range highs and range lows. Right here at 9.8 cents. And then you got the range highs at 11, right? We've gotten resistance in the past. This was our previous M formation support right here that we're back testing now. So you're kind of in this weird little zone, but you got the 40, 30, and 50 EMAs coming up. This will be the big test, right? Do you kind of just chop sideways here? These come up, and this will be the big test. You hold these bad boys to continue up. You got a red dot printing on the 4 hour. That's pretty bearish. Yeah, you're more likely to do something like this. You kind of just chop in this zone. These come up, and that's going to be the big test. If you hold this, that's great. We look for a move higher, right? But if this breaks down, man, it's most likely because Bitcoin's breaking down, right? In that substance. Daily, said that it's not about the indicators. The indicators look good. It's about Bitcoin's price action. Bitcoin's price action tells us all, The indicators look good, right? If we just go based off indicators, you say, shit, we have a daily green dot. Like historically, the last couple of times Ren's had this, it's gotten big moves to the upside, right? Yeah, I mean, pretty much every time it has this, it gets moved to the upside. Yeah, I mean, every single time, actually, not even joking. So the question is, does Bitcoin hold this range and continue higher, or does Bitcoin sort of stall out? You know what I mean? But once again, I mean, even for Ren, this is a long-term accumulation structure, man. It doesn't look like it because it's downtrending, but you know, how many of these altcoins that we see that are like this, right? And these little downwards channels, right? That are longer term accumulation since May. Shit. I tell you, since May, almost a year of this shit, bro. You know, it's getting old at this point of just a downwards channel like this. Eventually, you got to think this breaks to the upside eventually. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of waiting, man. Matter of waiting. I know everyone will point out this, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, which I could see. I'm not a big fan of inverse head and shoulders, man. You know what I mean? As much as they fit my bullish bias, I'm not a big fan of those, you know? Let's see. All right, Bitcoin's still chopping, man. Man, not a lot of volatility this morning, guys. You had a little pump, a little dump, but man, nothing really going on. Hamilton, what's going on? Good morning, my friend. Good morning, my friend. Blaze said there are infinite dollars. I'm not worried. I'm still saving in crypto long term till BTC all-time highs. Yes, guys. Tino said they say when it's high, buy, when low, you hold. Yes, that is very, very true. Typically, yes. It's just that one thing we are in a weird time where it's like it's almost better to sell when it's low. You know, but you know, at this point, how far we've come in this bear market, I don't know if I actually believe that anymore. Right? Because I've been told by the bears, you know, since May that we're going to see a major crash. It just hasn't come. It's another one of those times where, you know, we're getting major crash calls again. So we'll see, man. I'm sick of the crash calls, man. If it happens, it happens. But man, I mean, how many times we call a crash? You know what I mean? All right, so 24,940. Come on, corn. We want some price action this morning, guys. Let's see. When did the PPI numbers come out? PPI numbers already came out, man. They actually came in at negative 0.01%. Right? So actually, they were lower than expectations. Expectations were 0.3% month over month, and it actually came in negative 0.01% month over month. Right? You're not really seeing the stock market react to this too much. It could just be because the market's not open yet, right? DXY is still shooting up. I think the DXY shooting up has a lot to do with these banks. You know, it was Credit Suisse and had some issues. They have already been having issues. And there was another bank that got absolutely tremungled over there in Europe overnight last night. So, I mean, you've seen the Dixie shoot up. And you're seeing S&P take a little bit of a tumble, and you're seeing Bitcoin actually come up this morning, which is quite an interesting phenomenon today, guys. We know the levels we have to watch out for, man. It's pretty simple right now, guys. I think the charts are pretty simple right now. This right here is kind of a weird little zone. If you're feeling confident, hell, go for it, man. If you're feeling bearish, hell, go for a short here, bro. But like, it's this level here at 25, right? 2 to 25.3. That we need to break to the upside to be bullish, and we need to break this level down here at 24K if you want to see this bigger drop, right? And in between here, like I said, it doesn't really mean much at the current moment. You're just waiting for some resolution. Let's see. Any other banks that are forced to sell low coupon bonds to raise cash are screwed. So probably all of them. You know, let's see. At some point, it's coming, man. It's coming, man. I will say, like, I think we're getting closer to it than people think. Where Powell comes out and it's coming, man. People don't think it's coming, but it's coming, man. They always find a way to turn them back on. You know what I mean? Always. People always fall for the, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. You know, we're gonna keep doing this, bro. As soon as something major happens, it's gonna happen, man. They already bailed out the 17th biggest bank in the U.S. Imagine if something bigger happens. Stock market is in the shitter. Hell yeah, man. Especially if this starts shitting the bed, right? And these bank stocks keep getting destroyed even more. It's got to be happening. It's got to be happening. When the CBDC is ready, they may just let the banks fail to chase everyone into it. The CBDC, yeah, that's going to be an interesting narrative. That should be coming out within the next couple of years. I haven't really heard any news about that, though. It seems like they keep running these pilot programs with the CBDC, but you don't really hear too much about the. You don't really hear too much about when they're going to roll it out or anything like that. Let's see. Next couple of months, probably not years. You think it's next couple of months, Wayne? Shit, man. That should be interesting. We'll see, man. There's a tons of stuff that could happen this year, guys. I mean, there's a lot of catalysts, right? There's the CBDC. There's the obviously the XRP case is always just kind of sitting there. You got the Grayscale ETF, which they're suing the SEC over. You got and then you just got the everyday shit show that we deal with every day, which is the the money printing and all that scenario. Let's see. Fulcrum, 25,100. Bitcoin's getting another move up here, guys. Another move up. Like I said, we need to break 25,300 today to get a little bit dancy today. So we'll see how this plays out. Dixie's still pointing up and Bitcoin's still coming up. I'm going to stay on for a little bit longer, guys. I'm going to keep this morning stream a little bit shorter today as we kind of go along today. Just because there's not really much going on, Unless we get some little pump here, that would be great. That would be awesome, bro. That would be awesome. I honestly wouldn't be surprised. Like, you see the S&P breaking down here. I would not be surprised if the S&P just kind of flips this today. I know the Dixie's coming up, but as the Dixie approaches this key 618 again, right? Watch for some resistance as this comes back up here again, right? A little whoop, and then hopefully a little whoop, continuation down. Watch this very, very closely. I won't be surprised if the S&P actually flips this today. Like, it's at what would be the level that the bulls do not want this to break. So they're gonna defend this like a freaking rock, right? We are below the 200-day moving average, which is typically pretty bearish. And we got look at ETH coming back up pretty strong here. 1697 for Ethereum. Ethereum's coming back up here pretty quick, and Bitcoin's coming back up 25,113, my friends. Let's see. Chainlink indicator. Is Chainlink pumping? Let's see. Chainlink indicator. Nope. Chainlink's good. Chainlink's good. Chainlink is good. Chainlink ain't doing anything crazy. I keep forgetting about the Chainlink indicator, man. We keep forgetting about the Chainlink indicator. Yet Bitcoin has not made a lower low since the last time that Chainlink flashed the indicator, guys. So maybe we're stressing about nothing. Maybe this is all a facade because the whales have not waved the Chainlink flag yet. 25,100. Some beautiful stuff. Let's see. Wallet Gungo CBDC. Wallet Gungo. It's Gungo, bro. It's Gungo. It's Gungo. I feel fear deep in my socks. Do you feel fear deep in your socks? Man, hey, if anything, the bank fears have been times to buy. You know what I'm saying? Those have been the times to buy lately. You know what I mean? All right, guys. I think I'm going to end the stream a little bit early. We know what we need to watch. It's very simple today. Very simple today, guys. Let's keep this simple. We break 25.2, 25.3 region on a close today. You got to assume that we get another run to the highs, right? If we can close back up here. If we close below 24K, you got to assume that this might be a little bit bigger of a move down to at least 23K, if not that CME gap down at 21K, right? Anything in between here is a range, right? And we sort of wait for some type of resolution today, right? PPI came in good, perfect. S&P breaking down, DXY coming up. Typically not good signs. So you got a little bit of a mixed bag today. Let's get it. I'm adios. Peace out. Catch you guys at 7 p.m. tonight. Let's get it. I'll be in the Discord hanging out, doing some trades because you know what? I'm feeling a little trady this morning, man. I'm feeling a little bit trady this freaking morning. Let's get it. Catch you guys later. Peace. 7 p.m. I'm out. Let's get a little song for you this morning, guys. All right, let's get it. Let's get a little this morning for you. Here you go, man. Later. Peace.